In the previous video, we looked at what variables are and how to assign and declare them and initialize them. We also saw a demonstration of how to do those things. Now let's look at the fundamental data types that are available in JavaScript. So the first data type that we're going to look at is number. Numbers can be whole numbers, zero, negative integers, decimal point numbers, or exponential numbers. All of these come under the same data type, which is number. And string includes text. So it can be a single letter or word or collection of words, sentences, paragraphs. All of these come under strings. And object is available in JavaScript, which is basically a collection of key value pairs. So key value pair simply means there is a key and to it is assigned a value, and like that there are several pairs of key values inside a flower bracket. So this collection of key value pairs is called an object. And here you have an example of that. So you can have the name to be your name, and then surname to be surname, and age to be whatever age you have. And like this, you can have several other attributes as a collection of one single item. So this whole thing is one single item, and within that we have several keys with their respective values. And the fourth data type is array. An array can be of different types. So here you have a number array or array of numbers. So basically you have a square bracket and collection of numbers separated by comma. Now here we have an array of strings. So it's basically the same concept, except that instead of numbers we have strings. And like that we can also have arrays of objects. So same concept, instead of strings we replace it with objects. Now the last data type is a function. So here we can see that we are declaring var greeting. So greeting is the name of the variable, and here we are assigning the value of a function. And a function is basically a collection of statements that are reusable. So you declare a function in a specific place and you can call it any number of times in other parts of the code, and it will run those group of statements. And functions are very useful in making sure that our code base is very small. We're not repeating things, and we'll see how to use functions later on. Now let's look at a demonstration of all of these data types. So I'm going to go to my sample.js file, which is in my JS folder, and we're going to open this file here. And here in the sample.js file, I'm going to create different variables of different types. So I'm going to say var num equals 5 and var str equals, this is a string, and here I'm going to say var obj for object and open flower bracket and a, this is the value of a, and b, this is the value of b, and c, this is the value of c. Okay, we can have any number of key value pairs. So basically this is key and this is value. Again, this is key and this is value, and it's all separated by a comma. So a better way to write this would be something like this. This kind of a formatting makes it easier for you to understand what's going on here. So this is a key value pair. This is the key and this is the value. And we have a collection of those separated by commas. So that makes it an object. And finally we have a function, func. Here we're going to say function, open brackets, and then inside this function we can write any number of JavaScript statements. So here I'm going to say document.write, the value of num is num, and I'm going to say document.write pr, and I'm just going to copy paste this. And here I'm going to say value of str is str, and the value of obj is obj, and we can leave it at that. So let's save this and let's refresh this page. So now if you see, nothing happened. we are expecting that these statements should be presented here, but nothing is happening. So why is this? So if you look at this, here we are declaring the function, okay, and we're initializing it with a value, but a function has to be called. So here I'm going to say func, and now if I save this and refresh it, now you're getting the actual statements within the function. So this is called the calling of a function. So a function is declared and it's also called. Only when it's called, the statements within the function get executed. So now it's executing here. So you can see here that the first thing is the value of num is 5. So we've initialized num to be 5 and that is showing here. And the value of str is, this is a string and that is showing here. Now if you come here to the object, the value of obj is obj and that doesn't get shown properly. So there is a trick to showing an object in the text format in the document. So I'll quickly show you what that is. So let's say we create a new variable called var obj str, and in there you can say json dot stringify obj. Okay, so this is a certain command. It's called JSON stringify, and we are passing in the object as an input for that command, and the value of this function gets returned to this object. So here, instead of object, if we say obj str and save it, now we get the object in string format. So basically what we're doing here is we're converting the object into a string and then storing it inside this variable, and this variable gets called here and that inputs the string that the object was. So this object is being converted into a string here and that string gets shown on the document in this part. So we've covered a lot in this video. If it's too much for you to process, it's understandable. There's a lot of things we've covered here. I will be getting more into functions and how they work so that you understand how this happened. You don't need to understand fully what happened here. I think we skipped on an array. Let me quickly also do that. So you can see that the array is being displayed here without the square brackets. That's how it gets displayed. So we've covered a lot in this video. We saw the different data types and we saw the demonstration of those different data types. And we saw that function can be declared and then it has to be called for it to be executed. In the next video, we're going to look at the different ways of manipulating variables, the different arithmetic operators that exist for us to manipulate variables. Hope this video was helpful. Please make sure to like and share this video and also subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for notifications. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.